gotta lower this a little bit. That song goes hard. I'm not gonna lie. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SoFlo Soccer, to another live broadcast. Um, this broadcast is gonna be kind of all over the place. I'm not gonna lie to you because I wasn't really planning on talking about Messi too much, but as you can tell from the title and from what you can tell from if you've seen the news today, he's back. Lionel Messi is back, as confirmed by the club themselves. This is we're back home tomorrow to take on Colorado Rapids. Find out the full squad here, and then it gives you the list. Pretty much, they're saying that Messi is fit to play, right? Matchday roster. So Afonso's going to be playing, Alba's going to be playing, Allen, Busquets, Aviles, Borgelin, Calendar, Campana, Cremaschi. Cremaschi is back. Cremaschi is back. I had no idea. I was not expecting that. Oh, no way. Okay, so Cremaschi is back. That's huge. Dos Santos, Freire, Gomez, Gressel, Lionel Messi, as it says right there. He's back. Franco Negri is in the squad, which is always good to see. Glad that he's back. David Ruiz, Ryan Saylor, Luis Suarez, Lawson Sunderland, and Chelo Wingant. Did I say Alba? Okay, yeah, no, Alba is in there. Yeah, so Bright is out on injury. Facundo Farias is obviously still out. Ian Frey is huge. He's still out. I think he probably won't be back until like the summertime. Sergey's still out. Robbie Robinson obviously still out. Federico Redondo's still out. And then Robert Taylor is out from Wednesday night in the clash against Monterrey. But hey, I was going into this stream, I'm not gonna lie, in a very negative mindset. The fact that Lionel Messi was most likely not going to be played. Nobody anticipated that Lionel Messi would be ready, or at least they would put him in the team, in the active lineup, because it's like, why would you risk him against Colorado on Game 7 in the MLS? I'm gonna switch to full screen. In Game 7 in the MLS, when you can just have him wait and play the second leg in Monterrey. I found that really, really strange. I mean, I'm very, very happy the fact that that he has the possibility of playing is very, very good. Whether he starts or whether he's off the bench, I think regardless, it's going to be a huge, huge factor against this Colorado side. So yeah, and so yeah, this is the first time I'm doing a preview for Inter Miami matches. I normally just do the game reviews, but I thought, I'm like, hey, the news is out, and we should start doing some previews. And boom, and Messi's gonna be playing. I mean, everybody's excited for this, man. We're back at home. I unfortunately will not be attending the Inter Miami match tomorrow. They did not accept my credential request, or credential application, I should say. But it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. So anyways, let's just go over some of the news. I mean, he's in the active roster. Let's switch to the some of the articles that people are saying. So this is let me switch over like this. Oh, perfect, it works. Okay, so it says here by MLS, from the MLS website, Lionel Messi will be available for selection in Inter Miami CF's Matchday 8 home clash versus Colorado Rapids at 7:30 p.m. Eastern via the MLS Season Pass. But that doesn't mean the superstar number 10 is a lock to play, minding long-term health, plus the next Wednesday's Leg 2 road match against Monterrey in the CONCACAF Champions Cup quarterfinal, a stated priority for Miami. Assistant coach Javier Morales made no guarantees about Messi's involvement on Saturday. He's getting better every day. Like Tata said, after the game, we'll go day by day, said Morales at Miami's Friday's press conference. We're going to see how he feels today, and then we're going to make a decision for tomorrow. That's what the assistant coach said. Then it says, we're going to do the best for him. The most important thing, that's the most important thing. And based on the game that we have tomorrow, we're going to make a decision first. And then we're going to see about Wednesday, leg 2 versus Monterrey. So yeah, I mean, he's listed in the active squad. He's there, he's ready, he's fit. So if they do decide to play, like he is available pretty much to play. Whether they will is not a guarantee, as they said. But hey, I think it's a real high possibility that he can play at least maybe the second half or maybe the last 20 minutes. 10, 15, 20 minutes, I think is a real high chance of that actually happening. So especially with like the kind of, I don't want to say Inter Miami has been in bad form recently, because I think that we've been putting up good performances. It's just that we just haven't been we just make a lot of mistakes, whether that's in the midfield or in front of goal, and it just leads to points being dropped. So if Messi could help with that against Colorado, I think that we'd be golden. But yeah. So yeah, it says here, Messi's last appearance came in the second leg of Miami's round in the CCC triumph over Nashville, where he left in the 50th minute. He hasn't played in the 3 league matches since, dealing with hamstring issues. But if he feels good to go, then they'd be more than happy to use him, as the Herons work to turn around a 0-2-1 record in their last 3 matches across all competitions. He feels good. If he feels good in training, obviously Tata will want to have him available for tomorrow, whether it's 10, 15, or 45 minutes. For sure, we want him to play. And this, Cremaschi is available. This is also huge news that nobody is talking about. Cremaschi is available. Like, did everybody just forget about? Like, this is why I'm gonna call out some media people, whether like journalists. I'm not gonna call out anybody specific, but when there are press conferences for Inter Miami, they only talk about Messi. Like, they only ask questions about Messi, and then they'll ask maybe Tata questions about like the tactic and the squad in general. But I feel like nobody asks about the other players. Like, nobody asked about. I feel like nobody asked about Cremaschi. Did nobody ask about Cremaschi? Like, was he seen in training? This is just Messi walking. I don't know. I just feel like nobody. I feel like that's definitely overlooked. I don't understand why nobody's talking about Cremaschi. Cremaschi being back and being available in the squad is so huge and is big for the midfield, because we're running thin on players and on depth, and especially with Ruiz going to be absent for next week's second leg. If Cremaschi if he's fit enough to fit into that slot, I think where that midfield is going to be not golden, but it's going to be good. Like, we're going to be in pretty decent hands. And like, we could probably have like Gressel off the bench, or start Gressel and bring Cremaschi off the bench, or no matter what, we're going to have a center mid option, which is great. But let's read this about Cremaschi. It says, Miami wonder kid Benjamin Cremaschi also made a surprise return to Miami's Matchday 8 roster, giving Martino some much needed reinforcement as the team continues dealing with a rash of injuries. The burgeoning midfielder has yet to play in 2024 after undergoing sports hernia surgery in late January. Other key players still ruled out due to injury, such as Redondo, Taylor, Kritsov, and Farias, all expected to miss all of 2024 with a torn LCL. That's Facundo. That's not the rest of them. That's just Facundo. They didn't mention Robinson, but whatever. Miami currently sit in the Eastern Conference. Currently sit second, in the Eastern Conference, but have played either 1 or 2 games more than every other team. They could slip a number of spots in the standings with the loss on Saturday. The Rapids, fresh off a galvanizing comeback win over LAFC on Matchday 7, should provide them a stiff test under new manager Chris Armas. Yeah, and so we'll get to a little bit about Colorado in a minute, but Benjamin Cremaschi, welcome to the freaking roster, man. Welcome back to the roster. I'm so excited. If he does actually get some minutes, if he doesn't get minutes against Colorado, he has to. I mean, like, I think just to get him back in the groove, that maybe not start him, but I think, excuse me, but maybe bringing him on for Farias, for bringing him on for Gomez or for a Ruiz, I think would be great. And then hopefully he'll be ready to go for Wednesday. I mean, I know that's saying a lot, and like it's not really, a huge window of opportunity in terms of preparations, but it's like we're gonna need it. Like we need all the help we can get. And Cremaschi's that guy. Benja's that guy. Anyways, so yeah, moving to Colorado for a bit. I'm not an expert on Colorado. I don't know much about the team. I was trying to do some research before the stream started, but things were getting hectic. But I do know that they had this comeback win against LAFC, and LAFC are obviously one of the favorites in the competition, one of the best teams in the league. And as you can see there, they've had LAFC were up 2-0 at one point, or 2-1 at one point, and then Colorado brought it back 3-2 in the last 10 minutes of the game, or last 5-ish minutes of the game. So that is that's really impressive. Very, very impressive. So, and this is not a bad Colorado squad either, from what I've seen and from what I've been hearing. That it's not really a bad Colorado squad at all, and it's definitely not going to be a walk in the park when it comes to playing on Saturday. Especially like this kind of changes my mindset a little bit. Because of the fact that Messi is back, because Benja is back, it gives me more optimism that we actually will pull a result on Saturday. I was going to come into the stream and just talk about how we're going to be pretty much playing a severely rotated side. Because I felt like everybody was just knackered from Wednesday's game. And so I'm like, okay, so Sunderland's going to get a go. Noah Allen's going to get a start. They're probably going to bench Jordi Alba. Probably Suarez is going to be bench. Campana and Borgelin are probably going to be starting at the front too. And so I thought it was just going to be a stupidly rotated squad. And maybe even Alfonso and Casas was going to get a start. But I mean, I'm not saying that I mean, Afonso and stuff are still in the squad, in the active roster. Do I have that open? I think that was in the other tab. Yeah. So in terms of like youth players or squad players, Leo Afonso is here. Noah Allen, right? Obviously Cremaschi, but he doesn't really count. Dos Santos. But other than that, Franco Negri would be a good option. If we can play Franco Negri so we can give Jordi Alba a rest, that'd be great also. Lawson Sunderland is still here. Really surprised that the other kid is not there, because I thought they signed him on a loan. I believe his name is Casas. He's a center midfielder who made his like debut, I'm pretty sure, against I think it was the Red Bulls. But regardless, anyway, yeah, so I thought they were going to be playing this very, very rotated squad, and we pretty much were going to have no chance against the Colorado, because maybe not no chance, but it was like I wouldn't have been surprised if we did take an L. Even though it is at home, I would not have been surprised. But now I'm very, very, very optimistic about this game. If I want to predict a starting lineup, I would say that I'm going to switch to full screen. If I were to predict the starting lineup, I think Calendar would still be in goal. I don't think like that would be. I don't think that would change at all. I wouldn't be surprised like if Franco Negri started at the left back position. Sure, I don't think he will, because he's been gone for a while and he's been getting some game time with the Inter Miami 2 squad. And so, I mean, Jordi Alba or Negri at the left, I think would be fine regardless. I mean, in terms of the center back options, the center back pairing, I mean, they could just start Freire and Aviles. I mean, maybe Sailor will get a start. so they can rest. I would say at least rest Aviles. I don't know. It's going to be really difficult. I don't think our center back options are really looking good either. Because all we have is Sailor, Aviles, Freire. Allen can play center back, and I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, because Sergey's out, and Ian Frey, we don't have him yet. So yeah, it's not looking good on defense, but we're probably gonna rock with that. Right back, it's gonna be Chelo. We have literally nobody else, unless he starts like he's probably not gonna start Gressel up there. Hey Clara, glad that Messi's back. Hope he only gets a few minutes this Saturday and doesn't start like against Toronto last season. We need him for at least 45 minutes against Monterrey. Absolutely agree. I was just talking about it before you got here, before you sent that that chat. Thank you for sending that chat. We're definitely going to need it in Monterrey. It's definitely it's a priority for the club. It's we need it more than we need a win against Colorado. I mean, if he doesn't, like, it's not guaranteed that he's going to be playing against Colorado, right? Like, he's just available and he's in the active roster. But if he doesn't, like, if we see that it's not necessary for him to play against Colorado, I prefer him not to play at all. But yeah, very excited. So yeah, that would be the back four. Continuing on with the midfield, I would say, I think Sergio Busquets would have to have that start. I think the team will literally not function. It will completely fall apart if Sergio Busquets did not start, if did not play at all. So I would think Sergio Busquets would make the start as well. I think Ruiz is going to be playing because Ruiz is not going to be, he's obviously suspended for Wednesday's game. I think he's going to get that start. I don't know if they would start Diego Gomez. I would say maybe at least play him for a half and then bring in Sunderland. I really would love to see, like, just, not that I would love to see, but I would prefer to see a rotated squad because I honestly don't care about this Colorado game. We're only 8 games. This is going to be the 8th game in the regular season of the MLS. We can afford to drop some points now and focus on CONCACAF than later. I'd rather us drop points now than to do it later. Like, I think it's going to be the most important period is going to be after the summertime. So like after the Copa America, after the Euros. Once that is over, I think like Inter Miami should just go all in, right? But like now I feel like it's okay because all we need to do is qualify for top 6. Like in order to qualify for playoffs, we need to get top 6. But anyway, so yeah, I would think that would be the midfield pairing. Either it would be Ruiz, Sergio Busquets, and then either Gomez or Sunderland. I don't think Gressel will play. At least he shouldn't, in my opinion. Well, he should, but like he'll play right wing. I think he'll probably play right wing with Suarez and Afonso as the top, or they could play 2 up top with Afonso and Suarez, or Afonso and Campana. I think it's crucial that Suarez doesn't play a full 90 minutes. I think it's crucial that Busquets or Alba can't play a full 90 minutes. Even Chelo cannot play a full 90 minutes, in my opinion. Chelo cannot play. He's literally the only right back we have. Chelo needs to be, I don't know who, I really don't know who's going to take his spot. Maybe Negri. Maybe Negri could take that right back spot. But Chelo cannot play a full 90 against Colorado. That is too risky, and it's not going to be good for Wednesday. I think it's going to be, he needs to be fully fit for Wednesday. Alba, Gomez, Suarez, and Gressel should rest and be ready for Wednesday. Absolutely, but they're gonna have to play. They're gonna have to play for at least a half. I mean, that could completely throw a curveball here. Like he could start Noah Allen. With Freire, Aviles, and then Chelo at the right back, or even maybe he'll start Negri. He could definitely do it. Like it's 100% a possibility, but but I don't see that happening. Like I personally don't see Tata Martino like just completely switching out all the star players. But yeah, I mean, I really hope so. It would really benefit the team. But yeah, let's take a look at really quickly where Colorado sit in the Western Conference. I'm pretty sure they're like in 7th. Let me see. Here, let me switch to the second screen here. So yeah, they currently sit here. Let me make it bigger. Table. They currently sit in 7th place right here. It's 2-2-2. So they're pretty much like us. I think like we're in like pretty similar form. We're 3-2-2. We do have a game. We played one more game. It's gonna be a tough. I'm gonna be honest. It's gonna be a tough game. It's going to be a very, very tough game. This is not a guaranteed win. And they do have a couple of good players. Colorado, like we said before, they just had a huge comeback win against LAFC 3-2, and LAFC were pretty much were one of the best teams in the league, but now they're in 9th place after 6 games, 2-1-3. It's really, really shocking. So honestly, this is a game that can't be slept on. It should be taken very, very seriously if they even do take this very, very seriously. And this is also going to be, this is the first time Inter Miami are going to be playing Colorado in their history. We have never played Colorado ever. And so we don't even know what these guys are like. We have no experience playing them before. This was a game to throw the points away, but we wasted points against Montreal and NYC. Oh, 100%. 100% wasted Montreal. 100% wasted. NYCFC was the biggest disappointment. I'm going to be honest with you. The fact that we walked away with, what was it, a tie, right? We tied like 1-1, I'm pretty sure. That was the biggest disappointment. Yeah, 1-1. Yeah, we tied 1-1. That was definitely not a game to drop points. And yeah, against Montreal, it was, yeah. We're just not gonna. But yeah, no. I mean, we can't really focus on that. We have to move on. And it's going to be tough. I mean, for me to give a prediction onto how this game will go, I want to say I think there are going to be goals. I think there are going to be plenty of goals. Both teams are going to be pretty much playing counter-attacking football. I think if we can hit them well on the counterattack, that we're going to be able to just pretty much expose their line. Because this is the starting 11 that they had last time. Apparent Moyes, this kid, I forget. Damn, 6'3". Okay. I heard that this kid was good. Moyes, the center back Moyes. Obviously, they have Zach Steffen, the U.S. men's national team coach, or I guess, or goalkeeper, or was. And I forget who else was good. I think this guy was good. But yeah, and then they're also have a new manager, so they're really doing good things this season, Colorado, at least so far. They're having an okay start to the season, 2-2-2. It's not nothing crazy, nothing good, nothing bad, but it's going to be a difficult game, and we definitely shouldn't be taking this lightly. I mean, if we do drop points, I'm not going to be super, super upset. I think as long as we pull out a good performance and that nobody gets injured, I think at the end of the day, it's fine. It's fine because we have to focus on CONCACAF. That is the priority that the club is putting out, is to focus on CONCACAF, focus on coming back from a 2-1 deficit against Monterrey. But yeah, I don't think I have any other comments about that. Oh, also, no, I did want to talk about briefly before I ended the stream, because this is a longer stream than usual. There has been news going around, or there's been rumors, I mean, it's not rumors because I guess it's actually happened because they filed the complaint already. But after the game against Monterrey, into Miami, or apparently Messi was really, really upset and went into the tunnel and started arguing with the coach. Or started arguing with the head referee of the game, just I guess calling him out on just the officiating, and they were really upset about the ejection of David Ruiz, which he 100% deserved, by the way. So I don't know what they were complaining about, but I think it was just like the bias towards them. Like they thought the calls were more in favor of Monterrey and against Inter. But anyways, besides the point. And apparently Suarez and Alba joined in, and Tata Martino were all kind of joining in on the argument. And not so far in the distance, it was the head coach of Monterrey was a the Argentinian guy. I forget his name. I think his last name is Ortiz. I think it's Fernando Ortiz. He was in like the vicinity, and like Messi just started, or him and Messi just started getting into an argument. And Suarez put it in, Tata Martino put it in, Alba put it in, and it just got really, really heated. They were throwing insults at each other, and Monterrey filed a complaint because of this, because of just how Messi wasn't supposed to be there, and how, like he just started arguing and started, like, I guess threatening, quote unquote threatening. I don't know. Nobody knows what happened. This is all through. There's no video evidence because it happens in the tunnel. So this is all just kind of word of mouth, and it was just reported by, I believe it was one of the Mexican, just a Mexican reporter giving the news. But yeah, that's going to be happening. So, and they're going to try to get some sanctions out for Inter Miami in the CONCACAF before they face each other in the second leg. So I'm not sure how that's going to affect the game at all, whether like it suspends or like it like Inter Miami are just going to forfeit, or they ban Messi for the game. It's going to be really, like, we have no idea. All we know is that they filed a formal complaint. I'm going to see if I could pull up an article really, really quickly before I end the stream. Okay, this is a article from CBS Sports. So it says, Lionel Messi, Fernando Ortiz, verbal altercation leads CF Monterrey to file complaint with CONCACAF per report. So following the 2-1 victory over Inter Miami in the CONCACAF Champions Cup, Monterrey filed a formal complaint with CONCACAF against the Herons on Thursday due to an exchange between Lionel Messi and Monterrey's coach Fernando Ortiz in a stadium hallway following the match. That's Messi. That was during the game. And if you don't know how like Inter Miami Stadium is like built, it's like really, really tiny, right? So he was sitting in a suite. Messi was sitting in the suite next to his bench, next to Miami's bench. And so when you leave the suite, you're pretty much in the tunnel. Like there's no other way to get out of the suite. So like in order to get out, in order to leave the suite, you got to go inside, and then you come out of the door, you open the door, and it's like it leads you directly to the tunnel. So I guess he just walked straight to the tunnel. But yeah, Messi wasn't available for the game. Inter Miami midfielder Darius was sent off with 2 yellow cards, and insinuating, yeah. So this is what the coach said: everything that surrounds Messi can generate sporting and non-sporting decisions. Was I clear? Ortiz said, insinuating the decisions made may be made to keep Miami in the tournament longer facing his team. Obviously, I don't know if it would harm us, but we all know sports is business, and the business is not about us. So he's pretty much saying that Miami were just like I guess the CONCACAF are in favor, or there's favoritism towards Inter Miami because they have Messi, and they want to sell tickets, and because it's a whole business thing. So he's been talking kind of like a lot of smack, right? And I guess Messi just wasn't having it, because I'm assuming he heard about this, right? Because he said it in a press conference, and he just wasn't having it and started talking and got into that verbal altercation in the tunnel. But yeah, but Messi's back, and we're playing against Colorado. I'm gonna say, for my final prediction, I'm gonna end the stream here. I'm gonna say my final prediction for the Colorado Rapids game is going to be a 2-2 draw. I don't know if Inter Miami is going to win. I guess it all just depends on how they line up and just how they play on the day. But I just really hope for a good performance, and that if Inter Miami can just bring a good performance, I think I'll be satisfied, and that if nobody gets injured, I'll be really, really happy. And that's really all that I'm looking forward to. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching the live broadcast. This was the Havens, or this was the Heron's Haven. That's the name of the podcast that at least I'm trying to start. So I appreciate you guys watching. I normally do the streams. I'm starting to get the hang of the streams. I'm going to be doing this pretty much pre-game and post-game. So tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing another live stream with my live reaction of the game, my analysis, and just walking through and see what went right and what went wrong. But yeah, that news about Messi is crazy. Make sure to catch the game tomorrow. I believe 7:30 p.m. MLS Season Pass. Make sure you don't miss it. Last comment. Clara, they are desperate. Anything so Messi doesn't play next Wednesday. They thought Miami was an easy win without Messi, and now they don't want to be humiliated at home. And yeah, absolutely. I'm going to close it on that comment. Like, Monterrey, at the end of the day, Monterrey struggled. They struggled more than what we anticipated. I think everybody thought like Monterrey was going to comfortably beat Inter Miami, but no, Inter Miami gave them a game. They played a game, especially for the first half. They had them on the ropes. It wasn't really a good game from both sides, but Inter Miami definitely had the upper edge up until that second half, and up until Ruiz got that red card. The game obviously completely switched, and it was more into Monterrey's favor because Inter Miami just looked more exposed. But great comments. I appreciate you, Clara, for stopping by, for watching, for commenting. Amazing input. I'm really glad that we're on the same page. And thank you to everybody else who stopped by and watched the live broadcast. I will see you guys tomorrow night after the game against Colorado Rapids. Have a great night.